Virgo, hi. So this is going to be a reading for July 14th through the 20th. And I'll take a look into your recent past, your current energies, and your immediate future. And then I'll close it off with a couple of cards from the universe for you. And these are general readings, so they may not resonate for all of you. If they do, there is an extended. At the end of the video, you can check out the link for that in the description box below if you want. Let's see, Virgo. We've got the Virgo in the house. Yeah, there he is. Right over there. He claimed back this room. The minute it got a little too hot here for me, and I went more outside to do videos, he took his room back. And now he's back in the sunroom. But he's sleeping. And Cosmo's there. Juno's there. Kai's not here. He's over there with Blue. Yeah, interesting. But let's see what we got, Virgo. We've got your intuition, the overall energy for the reading, the High Priestess. Yeah, your intuition is either trying to come out or it's here. I looked in the current situation. I'm like, I don't think it's your intuition is in there. In terms of what you're bringing to the surface as an energy, it's not connected necessarily to the intuition. But your intuition is definitely here as an energy. It's just a matter of grabbing it. In the recent past, the Queen of Wands, the Four of Pentacles, the Two of Swords. Very passionate about something, but to the point of almost it's kind of blinding passion there. Kind of, okay, well, I'm not seeing anything else but the target of my desire, you know, what I want, and that's it. And I think it got very, very complicated there at some point. Because you were so... If you move towards something or someone with that type of a passion and you're so like, I really gotta hang on to this for dear life, yeah, it's gonna get quite complicated. So I think that's exactly what happened. In the current situation, the Eight of Swords, the Four of Cups, the Eight of Cups, very, very upset. Emotionally disconnected. You're not connected to your heart here. You are connected to your mind. A lot. A little too much for my taste. And I think a little too much for your taste too. Lots of things running through your head, which keeps you in this type of an energy, which doesn't feel good, I assume. In the immediate future, the Two of Cups, the Knight of Swords, the Nine of Pentacles. Way better. Way better energies. There's something that's coming together nicely. There's a natural drive towards pretty much anything at this point, I think. But it's either... I don't know if something is getting resolved with the situation that keeps you in this place of mental roller coastery stuff. I don't think so. I think it's something else that kind of comes through for you. And it's helping you... reach a better place here for you personally, because I see you kind of doing things on your own once this comes into place. So it's almost like a very good friend reaching out and taking you on a vacation or something, and it just kind of takes you away from this energy, disconnects you a little bit from all of this, and then you're showing up way better. But again, it's just you, which is not a problem from what I can see here. It's actually okay. I feel good, you know, so I don't care if it's you tied up to someone or not, as long as you're showing up good, strong, independent, doing your thing. I'm like, yeah, I'm good with that. It's better than staying connected to these types of energies, which in your mind would keep you connected to another. Yeah, fuck that. I don't agree with that. You know, if that's what keeps you connected to another, then that's not healthy shit. So let's do the High Priestess. You get the Four of Swords, the Five of Cups, the Five of Swords. You're trying. to reach your intuition, not knowing that as long as you're in this energy of the mind here, you're never going to stay connected to your intuition there. You're saying, hey, no, I am. You're lying. You're not. It's a deceptive energy when you say that, when you come through and say, no, no, I feel super connected to my intuition. Not based off of these energies that I'm seeing here. You know, you're trying. Yes, I believe you in that. Statement, but really believing that you're connected to your intuition while you know that there are so many things playing out throughout your mind, that in itself is going to keep you disconnected from your heart and your intuition, you know, because you're so busy up here that there's no connection to anything else from your body. It's just your mind. So let's do the Queen of Wands in the recent past, the Seven of Cups, the Ace of Wands, the Hangman. Those are long and loud thunders. Alrighty. Oh man. You even seem creative there. In that case, when you show up so passionate about something, I kind of see you coming up with all sorts of ideas, all sorts of ways in which to get closer and closer to the subject of your passion there, whatever that is. Almost not giving yourself a break at all. Just kind of going through everything, trying everything, anything that would, you know, get me closer and closer to what I want to reach here. Okay. Not a bad energy in itself. However, when I look at the end result, I'm like, okay, well, what happened meanwhile? Oh, okay, well, that's what happened. For the Four of Pentacles, you get the Tower, the King of Swords, the Knight of Wands. Somebody became quite controlling. It's like, well, I try that. If nothing works, I gotta step it up a bit. I gotta start maneuvering things in such a way that it would benefit me, right? And the object of my desires here. But you didn't do it on purpose. It's a subconscious type of, okay, I'm just gonna, this doesn't work, I'm gonna try this. Quite innocent, I would say, type of an approach, but in the bigger picture, it is a controlling energy. So it's not that great. For the Two of Swords, in the recent past, you get the King of Pentacles, the Ten of Pentacles, the Star. I feel like either you got very, very close to the object of your desire here, or even the person, if that includes a person. And then it's like, okay, well, either very close or you actually got to that. But then it was a matter of, how do I keep it? Because, okay, let's say I got it, but how do I keep it? Huh, well, that's complicated. How do I make it stay? How do I make it last? I don't know. And I don't know if you figured that one out, because, again, I see you in your head about it. For the Eight of Swords, in the current situation, you get the Ten of Cups, the Page of Wands, the Queen of Swords. See this? I don't really get this energy. Because it's like, whatever it is you're dealing with here, if it is a person, it's coming through as a very direct, you know, what you see is what you get type of an energy. And then you look at it and you're like, okay, well, that's complicated. That doesn't work for me. That means you're not accepting what you're facing here, and you want it to show up in a very different way. Are you still in that place of, it has to benefit me, it has to all show up in such a way that I'm pleased? Because that's, again, controlling. Of the environment, of people, potentially. If someone's showing up for you saying, hey, this is who I am, this is what I want, and you're like, okay, I'm kind of digging that, but you know what, it doesn't match me, so you better show up in the way that matches me. Kind of still keep that a little bit if you want, but like, change it. Well, then we got a situation here. For the Four of Cups, you get the Two of Swords, the Ten of Wands, the Two of Cups. And at the end of the day, you're not going to understand why it's so difficult to keep this running in a very loving, healthy, really nice way between you and whoever. Because there's another person involved here for sure at the other end of this. But it's your struggle with whatever's going on here. So this has nothing to do with them at the end of the day. She's growing up. So yeah, you're gonna be very upset. You're not gonna understand why the hell it's not working out. I think it starts from a lack of acceptance. That's my personal opinion. And the struggle that's becoming more and more here is from the struggle to have control over the situation more and more. Potentially yours, if this is you. This could be the other person we're talking about, but I think this is you. So instead of accepting things as they are and then deciding, hey, they're gonna be like that. I don't like that. I have the choice right now to move away from this because I don't like what is going on here. But no, what's going on here is I don't like that, so I'm gonna change it. About somebody else. No, when someone is saying, hey, this is who I am, believe them. And then make choices for you, not for them, to change them or to, you know what I mean? That's just gonna put you through this struggle, and I don't think you like this one. I don't think it'll like this one. It feels very uncomfortable, it feels like you're stuck, you know? In the same idea of let me try, what are you trying ultimately, you know? To change them? For the Eight of Cups, in the current situation, you get the Knight of Pentacles, the Eight of Swords, the Seven of Swords. You're coming out of this slowly but surely. Because it does feel like at the end of the day it's going to harm you. It's not going to feel like anything to you. You're going to feel completely emotionally drained and even numb. And why? You know? So I already see you starting to move away from this energy. Because it doesn't feel right. It doesn't feel good. Let's do the Two of Cups. In the immediate future, you get the Queen of Pentacles, the High Priestess, the Fool. There's almost like a reunion type of an energy here. It's either with somebody else, but I'm kind of almost getting a sense that it's with you. You're coming back into a place of self-love. You're coming back into interacting more with you and putting all of this effort that you think you're putting towards them, you're putting it towards you. And it's a beautiful energy. So I think you're pulling yourself out of these energies and back into connecting to yourself. And this is where your intuition really does step in. And you're connecting to it. It's a me and me type of a situation. Again, it could be someone you care about deeply that reminds you of this, that, but it's still helpful in that way where it kind of leads you back to you. So even if it's somebody else or it's just you and you, the end result is the same. For the Knight of Swords, you get the Hermit, the Ace of Cups, the Eight of Pentacles. It's not even there's no comparison from what I'm seeing here happening to what's going on here. Oh man, it's beautiful. The minute you come back to yourself, things are starting to fall into place like no tomorrow. And a lot of those things you're making fall into place. Because, you know, it's just everything feels right. Everything feels like if you want to go have an ice cream out of nowhere, you're going to go have an ice cream because it feels right to you. If you want to go start up a business tomorrow, you're going to start a business tomorrow, and it's probably going to be most likely successful because it's, you know, that's what you feel like. So it's that type of an energy where everything falls into place. Because you're aligned with yourself here, not with your head there. Especially with that type of an energy of mind. You know, super complicated, super stuck, super very resistant and very probably not even acknowledging that, hey, I'm just trying to look how to control the situation more and more, because we don't acknowledge that usually. Only at the end of it, when we're kind of at the limit of breaking down and feeling like I can't do this anymore, you know. For the Nine of Pentacles, you get the Three of Cups, the Wheel of Fortune, the Justice card. There's I think it's not only you and you. I think there's other energies involved here. At least one more, if not more than just one energy. But you're giving me a sense of things changing for the better for you, acknowledging that things really did change for the better for you here with the help of others, type of a deal. You know? And kind of acknowledging them too in here. Not only yourself, for bringing yourself back to a sense of stability and a sense of stepping on your own 2 feet and not allowing your mind to take you places. And then acknowledging the other energies as well. And it just, everything feels good. Whew! Awesome. Let me see what the universe has as a final advice for you. Six of Swords, the Tower, the Knight of Wands. There's an energy that's pulling you out of this. It's helping you. You're gonna pull yourself out of this eventually. But there's like I see the hand, the energetical hand, kind of, you know, like, okay, let's go. You know, and it's pulling you out of all of this crap here. And you're taking it. And I think it's a subconscious kind of a reaching out towards that hand. Because you're not... Ultimately, you're going to do it, as I said, all on your own here. And then other energies are showing up along the way and showing up quite helpful for you as well. So, interesting. But yeah, that's what I have for you. Hope this helped, and I'll see you next time. Bye.